I'm Gary Rall, Vice President of Resort Renovation and Design for Wyndham Vacation Ownership.
I am Mark Roewing. I'm the Public Relations Manager with Give Kids the World.
So how did the idea of Extreme Village Makeover come about?
Now that's actually an easy one. I was introduced to the village about 2 years ago, and I started just adopting a villa and coming out here periodically and meeting with Michael Bausman and others. He had told me about the renovation program. They were going to renovate the 140 villas, and they were going to start with the first 40. They already had 40 already scheduled to be renovated, and they had that last 100, and they were going to renovate those over the next 2 to 3 years. And it was just a casual dinner conversation, and my son Zach said, well, hey Dad, how many units do you guys renovate at Wyndham? And I told him, about 5,000 a year. And he said, well, you could probably do those 100 in 1 week then. And that's actually the original inspiration for it. And one week is probably a little aggressive, so I had to double that, and we're doing them in 2 weeks now.
We also talked to our friends at ABC and Disney. Actually went to ABC first with the Extreme Village Makeover name, because Extreme Home Makeover is their show, or was their show. And so we asked them if we could use the name, and so they said, yeah, you can use the name, but let us come back and take a look at what you're doing. So when they came over, they decided to get involved in helping us, not with that project, but with what used to be the administration building, which is where the staff used to be. And one of the things that we struggled with over the last few years is we have such a huge volunteer base, we don't have a good place for them to congregate, for them to come in and register for the day and that kind of thing. And so, we've been using a villa for that, and you can imagine with 1,400 volunteer shifts every week, it's a very small environment for that many people to come in and register. There's no place for them to congregate. And so a part of the new building that Disney is doing for us, which was the administration building, is now going to be called, the whole building will be called the Memory Makers Building. And part of that will be a volunteer services area where the volunteers can go in, register, sign up for shifts, all those kinds of things, as well as an area for them to congregate. It'll also be a little place for a gift shop. And then the Memory Makers part of the building is going to be an area where the families can go in and record memories of their trip, so that maybe 10 years down the road they can come back and see what they said, hear what they said, and see what they said 10 years later.